Welcome back to Endangered Species Spotlight. This week we are talking about an absolutely fucking bonkers plant, the Australian underground orchid. So this is the Australian underground orchid. It is endemic to only a small region in Western Australia, and just like it sounds, it is almost entirely underground. So these bad boys, they are a species of orchid, but they do not have leaves and they don't do photosynthesis. They live, the only part that is above ground is this flower that you can see here. So basically how this works is the orchids have a symbiotic relationship with some mycorrhizal fungus on the roots of the orchid. So essentially, this fungus grows on the roots and it provides all of the nutrients that the orchid needs. So the orchid does not actually make any nutrients itself, it doesn't do photosynthesis, it doesn't produce any sugars, it doesn't do any of that. It's all done by the fungus. So there are a couple different threats to this absolutely fucking insane flower, mainly due to habitat loss because, plants are specifically vulnerable to habitat loss due to the fact that they can't move. So a lot of that is due to things like wildfires and overall drying out, so there's just not enough moisture left in the dirt to be able to sustain these plants. Additionally, things like invasion of invasive weeds that take over all of the nutrients and moisture in the dirt, so the orchid can't get those nutrients, so it's being outcompeted by invasive weeds. In addition to the drying out and the invasive species, the land that they live in is also being developed for agriculture in cities and stuff, so the habitat is just shrinking overall. And these plants are very specific, they need very specific conditions. Most orchids are like this, orchids are very picky, but this one in specific, they need that symbiotic relationship with the fungus, and they also need very specific environment requirements, so they don't do that well in captivity. So it is classed as being critically endangered. I couldn't really find if any of the area where it grows is protected or not. I would assume there are a couple areas that it lives in that are protected and you can't do stuff there, but I'm not sure. I couldn't really find anything. If anyone local to Western Australia has any more information about that, drop that in the comments, but I couldn't really find anything beyond, hey, look at this cool plant, it's endangered. So, look at this cool plant, it's endangered.